Hey everyone, I'm Akira, and in today's video, I'll take you through step by step the new Secrets of Naxxramas in patch 10.1.5. I'll show you how to unlock the Old Scholomance, the Old Naxxramas, and how to unlock crafting of the original tier 3 sets, and also how to unlock the new secret mount, Valiance. I'll break it up into 4 sections: unlocking the Old Scholomance, unlocking the Old Naxxramas, unlocking tier 3 crafting, and then the mount. And you'll have to do them in order, unfortunately. You cannot get Valiance without unlocking all of the others. Anyway, let's begin. First, you'll need the toy Krastenov's Bag of Horrors. If you don't have it already, you can get it from a rare spawn in the heroic version of the new Scholomance in Western Plaguelands right here. You can also group up with someone who already have the toy. To minimize travel time overall, you should start by heading to the auction house and getting 6 Dark Runes, 5 Essence of Undeath, 2 Righteous Orbs, 4 True Silver Bars, 5 Arcane Crystals, 6 Large Brilliant Shards, and 1 Black Coffee. Anyway, once you have the toy, you must do a normal run of the Mist of Pandaria revamped Scholomance all the way to the final boss, Dark Master Gandling. Once here, you must go to the room that the Doctor used to be in the original Scholomance, which is the top center room on the first floor. And at the top left portion of the room, you will find some bones. Here you must use the toy Krastenov's Bag of Horrors on top of the bones. And when you do this, the ghost of Eva Sarkov will spawn. She'll be afraid of you, but then you just have to remove the toy buff and she will realize that you are not her murderer and she will talk to you. She will then give you an inert spectral essence, and this can be repaired with 3 dark runes and 5 essence of undeath, giving you the spectral essence trinket, and this will allow you to see ghosts in Kea Darrow. So after this, you will also be able to loot the first item of the secret, Eva's femur, sitting right next to Eva in the pile of bones. Once you have the femur, you can talk to Eva at her old spot just outside Scholomance, where she will request you to look for her journal as well as 5 candles to perform a ritual. The candles are traded from citizens in Caerdero and require items that they treasured when they were alive. So first we head back into Scholomance to gather Eva's journal, which can be collected from a bookcase in the viewing room of Scholomance. This is the room where all the students are and Professor Slate. The bookcase you want is the one to the right of the doorway that leads to Dark Master Gandling. Do not stand in front of the bookcase to loot, as it can be very hard to see it. Walk to the back and you will see it pretty quickly. So now you have to find the items for the 5 NPCs so you can get the candles. And the first one you want to get is the bucket of fountain water just outside Scholomance at this location. The next one is the deed of Andorhal, located inside this building in Andorhal, also in Western Plaguelands. Now head to Eastern Plaguelands to pick up a trampled doll located right here under the wheel of a wagon. Then the next item is the road ahead, which is a painting in this building, also in Eastern Plaguelands, right here. And the last item that we need is the undelivered shipment of smokes. They're located inside Stratholme in the top side of Eastern Plaguelands. To find it, just go into the dungeon, make a left when the path splits, then go left again. You'll find yourself in a dead end, and the card you want is the one directly behind the fountain. And while you're inside Stratholme, you want to pick up any supply crate you pass by for some Stratholme holy water. You'll need a total of 3 of these for the whole secret later. You don't have to get them all now, though. So now we head back on to Scholomance and you trade your 5 items at the different ghosts for the candles. These are the coordinates of all the ghosts and the locations on the map. After receiving the journal and the 5 candles, enter the Scholomance building, but do not go into the instance. Instead, go into the northeast room on the main level of the building and then use Eva's journal. And this will make Eva's enchanted journal appear, allowing you to enter the old version of Scholomance whenever you like. And that is it for the first step. Now, let's get to unlocking Old Naxxramas. Once you have access to Old Scholomance, your first task is to enter the instance, go all the way to the boss Rattlegore, basement of the dungeon. In Rattlegore's room, on the first bone pile to the left of the entrance, you will find a very small item that can be looted. It will give you a cracked Argentdawn commission. You can repair the cracked commission with 1 righteous orb and 4 true silver bar. you could just do this immediately, and once repaired, it will turn into an Argent Dawn commission. Equip this right away and keep it equipped for a long time. Now all you have to do is go and kill Dark Master Gandling, which is the last boss in the Scholomance. To get to him, make sure you kill Relgor and loot a key from him, and then make your way to Dark Master Gandling's room. To make Dark Master Gandling spawn, you'll have to kill the bosses in all the 6 side rooms on both floors around the main room for Gandling. Now make sure that you have the trinket equipped once again and kill the boss. He will then drop a Dark Master's Scourge Stone, which will give you a quest, and you can now exit the dungeon and head to Light's Hope Chapel right here in Eastern Plaguelands to turn in the quest. This will grant you the ability to obtain Scourge Stones. Now you want to head to the live side of Stratholme in the Eastern Plaguelands again. Once inside, roam around the instance until you find a Eye of Naxxramas. These are hidden NPCs and they will spawn once you engage certain mobs. Killing these will drop a Ward of Naxxramas, and this will grant you the buff True Sight for 2 minutes. Before you use the ward, you have to have a Stratholme Holy Water from the supply crates that are scattered across the instance. When you have both the ward and the Holy Water, head to this location and use your Ward of Naxxramas. If done correctly, you will see a Dread Ward of Naxxramas right next to the gates here. And when you see this, toss your Stratholme Holy Water in it. If done correctly, you will receive a zone-wide yell and a debuff called Sleight of Hand. Once you get this debuff, you have 5 minutes to basically complete the dungeon. I will let this clip run in the background, sped up a little bit so you can see the route that I went as a warrior without any speed buffs. If you know the route by heart, just skip to the next section. You have to kill Lord Aureus and then head to this gate where you killed the skeletons, and you'll find a Hand of Naxxramas. Use your Argent Dawn commission to make it disappear. The game will then tell you it is time to let someone know what's going on. Head outside again to find Archmage Angela DeSantis at one of these 2 locations and let her know. She will then open a quest to unlock the special version of Naxxramas with certain item requirements and a requirement of being honored with the Argent Dawn. If you have absolutely no rep with these guys when starting this, as I didn't have, you can get revered by completing some quests in a questline starting with this quest right here, Gidwin Goldbraids and Terranar Sunstrike from the quest giver Fiona, and you have to complete it up until the quest called Argent Call, the Trial of the Crypt. I'll leave a link to a wowhead comment showing all the required quests so you won't get lost in the quest line. I'll leave that in the description. This whole quest line only took me about 15 minutes, so it's not that bad. Anyway, when you can, complete the quests from the Archmage and you will then receive the achievement Awards of the Dread Citadel, which will unlock special access to Naxxramas. To enter Naxxramas, head to this location and you'll see a revealed portal to Naxxramas. And then we're heading on to step number 3, that is unlocking the tier sets. Before we head into Naxxramas though, you have to go to Stratholme and farm out 20 Invaders Scourge Stones from bosses in the dungeon. Just run it on normal, reset it after you clear until you have 20. Also get 2 Stratholme Holy Water if you didn't pick up 2 earlier. Once you have 20, you can head into Naxxramas via the portal I mentioned before. You can go ahead and kill all the bosses except for Instructor Resuvius. And make sure to loot all the Corruptus Scourge Stones from the bosses. When killing Grand Widow Ferlina, you'll notice you get an item called Ferlina's Sewing Kit. You'll have to combine this with two other items. One of the other items is the Abomination's Chain. This can be fished from any slime pool inside Naxxramas. And the last item is the Construct's Hook, located in the second room of the Construct Quarter by a vat of slime to the right. Once you have all three, combine them into a makeshift grappling hook. Then you want to head to Thaddeus's room and you want to grapple your way up. Like me, I'll leave this clip running in the background as well so you can copy my route. You'll end up at a goblin NPC who is sleeping and bored of his life. He's been sleeping for a decade. You wake him up using the Stratholme holy water that you picked up earlier. He'll then offer you a quest that should be able to be instantly completed if you bought the auction house items and farmed the Scourge Stones that I told you about earlier in this video. And once the quest is returned, the goblin will reposition to the center of Naxxramas and become a vendor who trades in Scourge Stones. This is the vendor you'll gain tier 3 recipes and armor from. This process is a bit complicated though, and for the sake of the video length, I'll leave a very well made article from Wowhead in the description that I suggest that you read if you're interested in getting that tier 3 transmog. But now you have the vendor unlocked, which is the hard part. The next part is just expensive. Anyway, let's move on to how to get Valiance, the undead horse mount. This is the last step in the secret of this video. Let's begin. First, you'll need to purchase Rotten Delicious from Sackett, the goblin we just woke. It costs 30 deaths bargaining chips, and you can buy one chip for one Corruptus Scourge Stone. These are the ones that drops from Naxxramas bosses. Thankfully, the chips are bound on account, so you can log in onto your alts, clear Naxxramas, trade these Scourge Stones you loot for chips, and mail them to your main. Do this until you have 30 chips in total on your main and then purchase the Rotten Delicious. Now make sure you're in 10-man raid mode and that Instructor Resuvius is alive. You then head to his room and here you'll find Valiance over to the right when you enter his main room. You then feed Valiance with the Rotten Delicious, then you head to Resuvius Battle Arena where Resuvius is running around. You then mind control one of the Death Knight under 30 ads by clicking on one of the two pillar things next to the boss. Bring the mind controlled ad to Valiance and it will mount Valiance. Ride it back to Resuvius and then break the mind control by clicking the character portrait and click Dismiss. Then you kill the ad and you kill Resuvius and he'll drop Valiance as a mount for you. Congratulations on your new mount. I hope you like this little secret journey. I know it was quite a long one, but you got it. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you liked the video. And most importantly, have a wonderful day. Bye.